hard, and it could not be further from the truth. The one thing nobody tells you about making it as a DJ. Alright guys, today is a bit of a different format for the podcast. It's only me, it's solo. So I'm asking ChatGPT to ask me questions and I'll answer everything for you. Why do most DJs quit before they ever make it? And it has nothing to do with talent. Question mark. I think they quit because first they don't learn how to get there. So it's because it requires a lot of a good delayed gratification mindset. It's not gonna happen overnight, and if you're not well surrounded, or if you didn't get trained to the mindset of business, the language of business, the mindset of entrepreneurship, it can be really frustrating. Artists don't really have that, so ultimately they don't see results and they just stop, right? They don't see results because they're not doing the right things. So there's this big thing about consistency, but ultimately being consistent on the wrong things is just useless. And I speak from experience because I used to be like that. I used to think like hard work pays off, and so you should just work hard and you'll get rewarded for it. But actually, it could not be further from the truth. Yes, working hard to some extent, but actually working smart, less hard than like what you could do if you work super hard on the right things would pay more than just working hard on the wrong things. And it's really hard to figure out what are the right things, you know. And actually I'm teaching that in my other channel, but the comparison trap. Social media shows you everyone else highlight reel while you're living your behind the scenes. How do you manage that without it destroying your momentum? I don't know, like the way I'm comparing myself is maybe not the way people compare themselves, because I feel like I have no competition just being myself and doing what I'm doing. I feel like I have this right mindset of seeing myself as unique and doing it in a unique way. So I'm my own competition, to be fair, you know? So I know what I have to put in place to just like get there. So I'm not really getting in that trap. What does it actually mean to be in it for the long run, and how do you know if you have what it takes? Well, first of all, it just does not matter. Like if you want to stop, you just stop, you do something else. It doesn't matter like how long you're gonna, be there. Or, like those things are kind of like fake like false to believe. Like whatever. Like just do whatever the fuck you want until you don't want to do it anymore, you know? Knowing if you have what it takes comes down to learning to get what it takes. You don't have what it takes. You have to learn it. And sometimes, like if you look at my experience, my history, I made it in 2010, went really fast, didn't have the right mindset, didn't have the right surrounding. Everybody thought that it was like the next big thing. Then didn't happen, didn't have the right mindset, was just like pretty much like every artist out there who don't know what to do, was working harder than I should have been on the wrong things and stuff like that. Then moved to the States, then started to learn business and entrepreneurship, started succeeding more because I was surrounded by actual entrepreneurship, by the right mindset, by reading those books and stuff. And now I have what it takes because I learned to know what it takes, you know? So it takes time. And whatever your path, whatever your path, my timeline is my timeline, your timeline is your timeline, So
quick break. If you're a DJ and you feel stuck, not getting bookings, not growing on Instagram, not sure what to do next, I might have something that can help you. I just launched Highbloo DJ University, where I teach exactly what I'm doing right now as I rebuild my DJ career. How to grow your DJ Instagram, how to get a fully booked calendar, and how to build a brand that actually works. It's a YouTube channel with tons of free content. Link is in the description. Now back to the conversation.
Why most Instagram accounts look exactly the same and how to be the one that doesn't. Yeah, I think that you have to... I think there's a big misconception right now, and how people are teaching it, like, it's just completely wrong because everybody's just copying everybody, and you need to steal format. You need to steal a way to communicate that is working at the moment. But what you say, how you brand it, like your story, your way of like being, like you should not copy. So I think like you have to reverse engineer the thing rather than like chasing trend, chasing and copying stuff. Like think like, what am I about? What is my brand about? And then like find a format to convey that. For me, I'm sharing samples. Okay, I break down the samples, showing the track and then the original sample. Why do I do that? Because my music is, I've always sampled stuff. Now more than ever, it's gonna be like disco funk kind of music, still dance music. And so I thought like, look, if I want to tell the story about my stuff, why not break down samples? And then like I tried it, it didn't work. Then I changed the format and it started working. So yes, I stole a format that was working in other niche, but I didn't try to copy people. It's like I'm using a pen to write, like everybody does use a pen to write, but what I'm writing is personal. What is being taught people is like to take the pen and write something that everybody's written, you know, when ultimately you should use the same pen that just works perfectly, but write your own story, you know. The biggest mistake upcoming DJs make on Instagram: posting about themselves instead of creating content for their audience. What's the difference and how do you fix it? Yeah, so I think that's definitely the biggest mistake. Just make it about people. Okay, so my sample stuff, it's something that is relatable to people because it's not my tracks. Okay, it's tracks they know. It's something they want to share because it makes them look good. It's something that is relatable and shareable. It's not about me. If you look at my Instagram, even the podcast, like I tell my stuff, but it's always more about people, you know? So make it about people. I curate as well tracks. So I spend time digging tracks and I share them, right? So it's a generous act of sharing stuff. So I try to serve people, you know, inform them. I like put out like information, right? It's not really about me. So definitely stop doing things that are saying, look at me, I am the best, listen to me, I have to be a star, I have to be a rock star. And I think social media, that's a good side of social media. It's like it's exposing the one who are really ego-centered, and I think ego-centered kind of thing don't work anymore. So I hate those even like 5, 10, 25k followers DJ. They're just posting like good looking pictures of them, like nobody gives a fuck, you know. I think they live in a really ego-centric world, and people do not give a fuck about that. Okay, it's asking me like a stupid question. The algorithm doesn't care about your music, it cares about retention. How do you hook someone in the first 3 seconds of video? Like these kind of things, forget about them. Everybody's telling you like the hook, the thing, the 3-second stuff, the retention, and trust me, that's not what's working. Because if I look at my metrics of things that go like 350,000 views, it's not about the 3 seconds, it's not about these things, it's about owning your own stuff, again using a format that gets people hooked. But you don't need the best metrics, you need to stand out, okay? And therefore you have no competition. So ultimately how the algorithm actually works is based off what content is winning, you know, the algorithm, and so it's pushed. If you are the only one doing what you do, you're winning, even with bad metrics. So metrics are completely irrelevant because they're all subjective. So don't care about like hook 3-second stuff. It matters to some extent, but you don't need like a super optimized hook. Like my stuffs are like 40% skip rate, which is pretty bad, but they have tons of engagement, tons of shares, tons of likes. And I think it's just because I'm the only one doing it, you know, and I've understood that now. It's not about those metrics. It's about just standing out and owning your lane and the competition for that one thing, which if you're the only one to do it, Instagram's gonna just like push your stuff. Quick break.
If you're a DJ and you feel stuck, not getting bookings, not growing on Instagram, not sure what to do next, I might have something that can help you. I just launched Highbloo DJ University, where I teach exactly what I'm doing right now as I rebuild my DJ career. How to grow your DJ Instagram, how to get a fully booked calendar, and how to build a brand that actually works. It's a YouTube channel with tons of free content. Link is in the description. Now back to the conversation.
Then getting bookings. What bookers are actually looking at when they receive the local bookings. Like, okay, my strategy to get bookings at the moment, I relaunched like 4 months ago. My strategy is to focus 100% on content. Okay, that's what worked for me in 2010. Okay, I was just like posting on blogs as much as possible and on MySpace. Okay, so I was sending tracks to blogs, and at the end of the day, I was competitive because I was sending tons. I was doing tons of remix context. At the time, it was working. Now it's just remix context just don't work anymore. The remix contest, So now it's 100% Instagram, owning your lane, standing out there, and creating content to release your tracks. Because with those type of content that you see now, those format where you're like performing your tracks, if you know how to do it, like Citizen the artist, for instance, you'll get tons of streams. So probably the best is to release like one track every 2 weeks, post tons of content of that same track, and keep releasing, building a library of Spotify stuff, Spotify songs, and that's it. It's just gonna fucking grow, and the bookings will come. So don't chase the track. That's the best strategy ever. Do that all independently. Don't chase a label. They'll come if you do if you attract them. And to attract it, focus 100% on content, and that's it. Why being a DJ in 2026 means being an entrepreneur, whether you like it or not, and what that actually requires. I think that it was always about it, but once again, like, I think that modern days, just is exposing, because of social media, everything is just like emphasized and exposed. Music was never about music. You were always needed to be an entrepreneur to some extent. It was always about people. It was always about like how much value you would bring to people, how much brand perception you would create to people. It was always about that. Not just have to do it yourself, because the medium is in your hand. You're in control. It's not about the radio anymore. It's not about like, these kind of media tools. So it was always like that. It's just now you own the platform yourself. So it's just everything is just exposing the truth, right? The one thing nobody tells you about making it as a DJ, I think the one thing that nobody tells you about making it as a DJ is that you should consider that nobody cares about you and nobody actually loves you. And when you're hype, everybody's just after you. Like, they will love you so much, they will act as if they're loving you, but the moment you're not hype anymore, they just don't care about you, which is completely normal. It's just that you're not bringing value to the market anymore, so they don't see value in you, and so they can't take advantage of you. If you don't bring value, either it's the fans or the music industry or whatever, like, they won't make money with it, and so ultimately, like, you will not be part of the business anymore. It's a business, so nobody actually ever loves you. It's just that the amount of so-called love you think you receive is equal to the amount of value you bring to people, to the market. Market including fans, the music industry, the bookers, whatever, the festivals, everybody part of the industry. I think that DJs up there don't even realize that, because they were good enough. They had the right people surrounding them, or they were good enough to understand that they had to keep, the momentum going by making sure they would keep bringing value and stuff like that. So you're in control of that. I didn't know that in the past, but since, I became an entrepreneur, I understood that. And so I think it's pretty easy when you understand it.
Every Wednesday, I'm live on Twitch with a new episode of In Alignment with Highbloo, the Highbloo podcast. The replay drops on YouTube and Spotify the week after. See you next Wednesday.